Viewers, welcome to the Alliance News Network, transmitting live to you, Earth Standard Year 2200. We welcome you to our maiden voyage, a news network operated and funded by our fledgling alliance, carving a path forward where the European Union left off. But while NATO was so satisfied with earthbound dealings, the alliance is dedicated to evolve their directive to spread human unity to the stars. Our colony on Mars is proof of this. Something that was thought impossible until we set down 2 short decades ago. And now, with Mass Effect cores fitted to an Alliance science vessel, and our 3 Normandy-class orbital defense ships soon to come, the Alliance is ready to take their first steps beyond Sol and traverse into the Arcturus Stream. We would also like to remind you that rumours of alien artifacts found on Mars are purely speculatory and advise waiting for official word from the Alliance Council. ANN, signing off. Hi guys, Tom from Project T here, and welcome back to Stellaris, specifically Stellaris Reaper's Dawn, our new series replacing Stellaris Responsibilities mantle since our time in the Halo universe has sadly come to an end. So, as you might be able to tell, we have gone with Mass Effect. You see the little citadel in the background there. A brand new modded playthrough with various Mass Effect themed mods and things to help out with that I'll be listing in the description of this video if you want to replicate it, what I have done. I've just gone through a quick test to make sure everything works, and yes, the Empires, the Galaxy and the Reapers, they all work pretty much as intended. So let's get a start on this, clicking new game. Ignore them, they're someone else. So if we go to the mods pre-made Empires, this is who we want, the Systems Alliance, starting on Earth with the Mass Effect ship set. I got worried for a minute because I saw this version of the Alliance up here with the humanoid ship sets, or Babylon 5 ships apparently. I don't know why it has Babylon 5 ships and whatnot, but apparently that version does. So we're not using that version, we are using the Systems Alliance, which has actual Mass Effect based ships to it. I was thinking of going with the Asari Republics, but it seems some people in the comments wanted to see the Systems Alliance. So I guess that's what we're doing. They'll be around here somewhere, they have their own custom ship sets. Not every single faction does, but some do, like the Collectors. They have the Collector base and such, and Cerberus, not that Cerberus, that's the other one. This Cerberus has Chronos Station with the Elusive Man, that's the one that should spawn. There's a few variants that you can select to play, and some that won't spawn in a normal galaxy unless you play them, like the Angaran Resistance. That's not meant to be there. So, yeah, we'll see them later, I guess. So, we have the Systems Alliance, Military Commiserate, Democratic, Distinguished Admiralty, so better fire rate, Admiral level cap and Fleet Command, Beacon of Liberty, so monthly unity plus 15%. Fanatic Egalitarian, so faction gain plus 50%, Specialist pop resource output plus 10%, and Militarists claim cost minus 10%, ship fire rate up. So we're talented, deviant, adaptive, quarrelsome, quick learning, and we have a special origin called Systems Alliance. A supranational institution, the Alliance is comprised of 18 of the most powerful nations of the human race homeworld of Earth. Though each individual Earth nation state holds some degree of autonomy over its own affairs, the System Alliance holds the position of humanity's primary diplomatic, economic, and military exploratory agenda. So that's where we're starting. And yes, we have a custom galaxy in this mod. A custom galaxy which will spawn everyone exactly where they're supposed to be, and the galaxy map looks like the galaxy map from Mass Effect, so pretty bloody cool. What else do you want? Crisis strength. No, you're not off. Crisis strength is going to be... Last time I had it at the default 1 times. So you, I'm going to want to put to 1.5. 5 this time. Just increase it a little bit, see how that fares as compared to before. Habitable worlds, let's stick that to normal. Actually, Mass Effect tends to have quite a few, so let's stick that up slightly. 1.25%. Mid-game year, 2300 as per usual. Endgame start year, 2500 as per usual. So when we hit that year, that's when shit goes down. Difficulty captain, scaling difficulty off, AI aggressiveness high. Hyperlane density, full wormhole pairs, normal. Xeno compatibility on, Iron Man mode off. Very, very good. And that should set us up for our playthrough. Let's see what Earth has in store for us. And here we are. Welcome to the Mass Effect galaxy. If I move this aside, you can already see the galaxy map is accurate to the Mass Effect series. We have Systems Alliance space, Batarian, Inner Council, Outer Council, Attican, Terminus systems, the Traverse guest space. That's going to be an interesting one. Still, let's start here. We have Michael Costa as our president to begin with. In the eon since the first primitive Earth human... Let's start that game, shall we? In the eon since the first primitive human communities took shape in the meadows and forests of Earth, our civilization has spread and prospered. As we advance through the ages, many of our earliest nation-states suffered greatly from the constant power struggles between the military and civilian institutions that governed society. A compromise was reached and a new form of government where one could not exist without the other was formed. Now, after the discovery of the Hyperlane network, the finest minds in the System Alliance has finished development of our first hyperdrives. Stars themselves are finally within our grasp. Begin! And close real space. And here we go. We have Earth here once again. Couldn't get away from you, could I, you bloody planet? So we've got some buildings that represent the usual humanoid, but if we go over to our actual ships, look at those. I already see some Normandies. Ha ha ha, it's working. Let's have a look at the ship designer first and foremost, and start designing our Corvette. So here's the Normandy SR2. That's one of our starting ones, but we don't want the default, so let's get this going. A missile boat, so don't auto-generate ships. Alamo class Corvette, very, very good. What do we have to work with? Mass driver, yeah, that seems their style, and nuclear missiles. Anything else? Shields and armor. So yeah, we use barriers and we use armor. So we can use both this time. We don't have to stick with just one or the other. A bit more well-rounded out. Alright, there's the Alamo. Let's start off next with the Interceptor. Actually, before I do that, what's the science ship? What is this weird thing? Fair enough. Alright, let's go back to ship designer. Interceptor, you're going to be the Normandy SR1 class. And you're going to have the lasers. There you go. Some directed energy weaponry for you. Then if we go to the picket ship, which will be the Normandy SR2 class, let's give it some Sentinel point defense, a mass driver, and one of those, a bit more rounded out, various little things. And our defense platform will get this sorted out as well. What do we want from you? Huh, suicide mission is playing. Neat. Let's get a hangar station. And yeah, that other one will do. So save that out and just call it defense platform. Don't need any special name. There we go. And that's our initial fleet design. The Alamo, Normandy SR-1, and Normandy SR-2. Ready to go. Start off with, we need to change up our fleet to reflect these new designs. We'll continue that in a minute. Next up is our technology, what we need to get with this. Physics, what do we want to start with? We can get improved deflectors. Let's start right off with more research. That'll take a while. It's all going to take a while. Yeah, let's get more research from you. Planetary unification, unity +2, that's helpful. Let's go straight for that. And then from you, armies, we don't necessarily need right now. Minerals. Alright, let's start with all of that. And we have 2 planets as this start. We have Mars as well, so we have a slight advantage there. Although that's nothing compared to the Asari, they get multiple systems and multiple planets already, like Ilum and such. So on Earth they have the Great Pacific Garbage Dump, Industrial Wasteland. There's things we can automatically remove. Vancouver, Sao Paulo, shipyards, London, atmospheric purifiers. Let's look at the tooltips for these. Huh. London's the largest city within the European Union. Nice. Alright, so atmospheric purifiers, hot springs, rushing waterfalls, mountains, and the rest is just the standard shtick. This, I'm probably going to want to stick a police station down. So research labs, alloy foundry, civilian industries, admin offices, commercial zones. Very nice. Though we have an initial lack in consumer goods, so maybe we'd actually want to get down some civilian industries there instead to start with. What's Mars like? Research lab and planetary administration. So it's got farming habitats, Lowell City, Olympus Mons, Forest Solar Array. I see. And that's where our station was that currently got. It's got a shipyard and a single trade hub. Alright, so systems around us. We don't currently know any of them. Arcturus station we're going to want to get. If we can get a habitat at some point, turn that into Arcturus. Alright, science ship. I'm going to start by sending you to the next system. Over, if you so please. Construction vessel, which is our standard little transport ship. What do we have here that we haven't yet gained? So 2 energy, 2 minerals. Let's start just with the minerals over here. Go to Triton, build a mining station, if you so please. Now before we continue on, what else do we have? So edicts, we don't want anything more from that right now. Policies, what are policies like? Expansionist. I say right now that's fair enough. Unrestricted wars. Let's do selective orbital bombardment. I don't see the Alliance being straight into bombing civilian targets. That's not really their shtick. We're not the Batarians, damn it. Resettlement prohibited. For the time being, I might change that later. First contact protocol. Systems Alliance. Well, considering I'm going to keep it aggressive until we've encountered the very first species, which, if it's following Matter law, should be the Turians. I'm going to keep it aggressive for that because the whole first contact war thing. After we've met our first alien species, I'll switch to passive. I'll remain aggressive for now. Open, mixed economy, wealth creation, robotic workers allowed, refugees. I said that to welcome. Population controls prohibited for the time being. Slavery definitely prohibited. Purge, displacement only. There we go. That seems fair enough. Situation log, nothing. Contact log is just us. Factions, no factions just yet. Leaders. We have a governor. Do we not have currently a governor on that? Alright, we need to create a new sector. Governor. You're a bureaucrat. Fair enough. Alright, let us begin. Speed that up a little bit. And see how things progress. Alright, our Alliance fleet has upgraded, so that's given us the Normandy SR1 class for all of our vessels. So let's quickly go and add some things to our fleet. Let's get the SR2 and the Alamo class going. And our science ship is spooling up, getting ready to jump to our first galactic system. Let's see what we get. Sirius system. Why is it so serious? Arcturus must be one of the surrounding ones, plus Alpha Centauri. I see a black hole over there as well. Let's see how that pans out. Our construction is complete over here. Mercury. Get me some sweet, sweet energy credits. What the? New sentience evolving. One of our planet's native mammals has become showing signs of evolving sentience. With this news, we can begin uplifting them to complete sentience so they can become full citizens. Sure, okay. We get another free pop at Zebo. What the hell is that? Okay, we apparently have a new species now, I guess. Okay, what is this? Prospectors on Luna have discovered a large vein of unique elements that may enable the construction of a long-range wormhole generator on the moon itself. Unlike the wormholes and natural gateways that are currently known to us, the proposed wormhole gate would connect Earth to every other colony in our space simultaneously. However, there are several issues. Firstly, the wormholes created at the Lunar Gate will be completely incompatible with our standard ship designs. Only small civilian ships will be able to access and use the gate, as the wormholes are much smaller and more unstable than our currently understood wormhole technology. While inconvenient for our military and our own civilian ships, the gate should greatly boost the colony's economy by providing near instant contact with other colonies. I mean, it's Earth. It's the only colony I have, well, except for Mars, and they don't need a gate. It's right there. Secondly, the Lunar Gate will utilize a completely new wormhole theory and is thus untested. Our standard wormhole theory necessitates that wormholes only exist outside of the gravity well of a system. Luna's unique elements allow us to bypass this constraint, but the risk of failure is substantial. Finally, the construction of the Lunar Gate is not without cost. It will take a substantial investment. Noted. That's okay. And we have hit 400 minerals, so I think we need to get ourselves a civilian industries right about now, huh? And we have a tradition available, our very first tradition as well, right on time. What do we want? So diplomacy, opinion, let's start with discovery, since we're expanding out with our science vessels right now. Seems appropriate. While our construction ship finishes up the last of the Sol System's construction needs. Sirius.
Construction complete.
How are we going? 2 orders remaining, at which point SSV Changsha can head over and get a start on it. Very, very good. How much does it take to... It'll take 208. Do all of that. I'll just let them go down. Yes, consumer goods is low. I am aware. I'm fixing the problem as we speak. Also, I located the Arcturus system. It's down here. I believe, probably middle of the Arcturus stream. Access cluster over there. Still, why is that called Mars? Oh, sector thing. There you rename to Earth. There we go. Earth is our colony, is our capital world, not Mars.
Survey complete.
Thank you very much. And that's 9 energy credits over there. Very good. Looking at the surrounding systems, where can I create choke points in and out of Earth? Because we have a lot of hyperlanes in and out and all over the place. I don't really see any immediate choke points, so that's a small issue. So there. Aside from literally the surrounding systems, anything leading into Earth, but yeah, because the hyperlane density is at its max, creating choke points is going to be a little more difficult. And for the time being, head over to the next one. We'll get all of our surrounding systems in order. Head over there. Let's see what we've got. The doorway. What can only be described as a dimensional portal has been discovered in a remote location on Mars. Weather prediction algorithms notice a strange air current, which was eventually determined to be caused by the slight leakage of atmosphere into the portal. We're fighting so many portals. The rate of loss is far too small to make any difference to life on Mars, but the very existence of this portal raises some disturbing questions, such as where does it lead to, and could something come through the portal from the other side? Special project.
Log updated.
54 months. What's our current physics? Researchers. Now let's track it and leave it for the moment. Survey the stars. For millennia we have looked at the stars trying to understand them, but they were always beyond our reach. Now we can finally have the technology to do so. Some of our best scientists are eager to go on an expedition to examine the stellar bodies close up. They've already prepared a list of nearby stars of different types that would be the best targets for study. Sure, let's do it.
Updated.
And we also have our fleet of 5 ships now, including the SSV Normandy itself in SR2. Very good start. And something else from Mars immediately. Good God. Several outposts near the Promethean Planum region on Mars have reported strange magnetic phenomena in the area. Several ground-based vehicles were dispatched to investigate. They were never heard from again. It is theorized local interference rendered them immobile and disrupted communications. A plan has been devised for an expedition to the region to discover the source of the phenomenon and prevent further loss of equipment. Archaeological... Oh, I know what this is. I think this might very well be the discovery of the Prothean ruins on Mars, which will lead us to Charon. The Charon relay, to be exact. I think we're about to get ourselves a mass relay. Let's go, right now. Meanwhile, Alpha Centauri, an abandoned ship, has been left to drift aimlessly above the moon. Massive sails protruding the whole... it's the Solar Sailor, the Star Trek Deep Space Nine reference. Sure, go ahead and research that if you please. And we have ourselves another tradition going forward as well. So let's start with survey speed up. Do that. Solar Sailor. We have discovered an abandoned solar sail ship in orbit around Alpha Centauri 1A. The sublight vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails has had a large tear with some kind of object passed through. It's like a meteorite which appears to have disabled the vessel. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting design choices. Very good. Contact report. Remnants. The Systems Alliance is abuzz with news of the alien remnants that were recently studied. These leavings are considered definitive proof of intelligent, purposeful alien activity at some point in the past. We may still be alone now, but we are at least not the first to be so. Remarkable. Indeed. And we have ourselves another tradition. Research station output. Edict research subsidies. Or alternate research. And we'll head down that one next. Let's go with research station output for the moment. And our survey of Alpha Centauri is finished. So, next system we want to do is this one. Plus it has a research project in there we'll want to grab. You. And has plenty of resources, so
Technology discovered.
Oh, we'll do that in a minute. New research, so more minerals coming in for us. Basic strike craft. Let's go with Mark II armor. And archaeological site pending. Successfully landing at the base camp, Captain Juhu meets with the rest of the expedition team and begins preparing plans to explore the region. Orbital scans conducted by the SSV Boston indicate the heaviest concentration of interference would be 100 kilometers south of their current position. Loading their supplies and scientific equipment into 4 vehicles, the team prepares to move out. Understood. Continue doing that. Alright, so you're now getting Bernard Star, we were looking at you, so it'll be 75 influence and 90... Alright, let's go in for it. And while that's doing, let's not do it quite yet, but prepare to increase our fleet size as well. So 9... What do we want? Alamo. That's our rocket ship, isn't it? Nah. SR1 will get to 4. That will altogether cost 521, so not quite there for it, but we'll get there eventually. Huh, and I just looked at the strategic resources and I've just noticed we have other ones. We have Helium-3, Biotics, and Element 0. An increase in strategic resources we can get. Interesting to see what those can do. And a new tech, Quantum Theory. Let's replace that with... Plus 20% energy credits. Sure, that sounds worthwhile. M-class star studied. This type of star is old and the fusion process of its core having slowed down. This allowed us to fly up much closer and study the fusion in great detail. Alright, jump down here, and this is the last system connected to Sol. So if I want to put defense stations, I'll put it in these 4 systems. And then, well, we have the Nova over here, a black hole over here, various interesting things. And we'll start making our way down to Arcturus. That's the place we want to get. And our next research is completed, monthly Unity +2. That'll help us towards our next tradition. So pop growth speed, defense, army damage. Ooh, no, food. They are at +3, let's get food going. I suppose when our other science ship is done, we can also cross the border. Unless the Sharon relay is active the moment we get it, at which point we'll cross through and maybe have an encounter with the Turians. We'll have to see about that. Our alloys is at 800. How much do you want? 500.
Anomaly detected.
And an anomaly. A vessel crashed on the surface of the asteroid. Sure, get that. And a new tradition. Research alternatives, science level cap. Go for it. So, leadership gain. Research upkeep reduced by 20%. And research speed by 10%. And 1 essential perk slot. Coming up. How are you doing over here? Alright, they're doing fine. With the exception of Empire Sprawl, we're doing okay on everything we're getting so far. Also, that's a planet there. An alpine world. Something to consider. Maybe our first colony up and coming not too far into the future, hey? Shang-Chi. Something to consider. And maybe build ourselves a science ship not too long. Crashed ore freighter. After identifying an anomaly in the gravity well of ZR-784, the SSV Tsushima has discovered the shattered wreckage of an ancient ore super freighter buried deep in the asteroid's crust. It must have carried a full load when it crashed, and the asteroid's mineral wealth has been revised accordingly. +3 minerals. I'll take that. As a quick note, since all of this is Systems Alliance space, I'm pretty sure like we're meant to be the only one to spawn in this general region here anyway. So, though I might send some ships to explore this area, I'm going to be expanding in this direction. I'm going to try and get all of the Systems Alliance space if I can. I'm not really going to expand initially into Inner Council space, Batarian space, yada yada. I'm going to focus on here. New archaeological dig site. And, sure, we'll get on that in a minute.
Updated.
Now within 10 kilometers of the source, the team's sensors are able to get a clearer reading of the increased interference. What appears to be an incredibly powerful energy signature surrounded by an unknown but equally intense field is detected ahead. Now within visual range, the team are able to make out a crater directly over the energy source. Driving into the crater, high-powered surveying scans directed deep underground to try and map what lies at the surface. Now revealed, it is an artificial structure of unknown design and material composition. The team is now preparing to disembark and attempt to access the structure. It is! It's the Prothean ruins on Mars. Which means we should be getting ourselves a mass relay over by Pluto. Where's Pluto hanging out nowadays? There you are. We should be getting ourselves a mass relay over here pretty damn soon. We're getting close to a K, so I'm going to start reinforcing the fleet. We've got a survey complete over here, which means you are going to go and explore the Nova, the black hole, and then start heading down towards the Arcturus stream. Huh, and apparently a new archaeological dig site. A technological civilization may have been active on this planet but since gone extinct. Noted. That's something else to keep an eye on. And a new tradition is available, leadership experience. So another 32 months we'll get our first ascension perk up and running. And here we go, archaeological dig site pending. Satisfied that their armoured suits will protect them from the most dangerous effects of the interference in energy, the expedition team spread out over the crater in hopes of finding an entrance. It doesn't take long for a junior member of the team to discover using their arm-mounted scanner interface. A shaft and corresponding hatch leading vertically from just beneath the surface to the structure below. Deploying the beam-based mining equipment, it takes only moments for the earth and rock to be stripped away and the entrance to be revealed. The majority of the team crowd around the metallic hatch, for Captain Juhu reaches for a handle-type object and opens it. The team prepare to descend inside. Let's get this going. Got ourselves another anomaly. Strong energy emissions from an unknown origin make this asteroid stand out from the rest of its peers. Alright, and tech, energy credits up, very nice. Element 0 core infusion. When Element 0 is subjected to electrical currents, it releases dark energy which can be manipulated into a mass effect field, raising or lowering the mass of all objects within that field. This effectively raises the speed of light within the mass effect field, allowing high-speed travel within a negligible relativistic time dilation effect. This can be applied to our FTL drives to greatly improve efficiency. So, improve mass effect fields, huh? Sure, let's go for that. Exotic radiation. This particular asteroid is an extrasolar capture, and appears to have been washed by some kind of exotic radiation as it plummeted through interstellar space, before finally settling in the Yaval system. The original source of this radiation remains unknown, but the SSV Tsushima has been able to pick up a wealth of physics data studying the asteroid's energy emissions. Alright. Prominent intellectual on Mars. A fledgling colony is always an opportunity for advancement for those with the ambition to seize it. On Mars this has proven to be the case. Kai Lin, a former university professor, well known for his innovative thinking, has risen to prominence among the new colonists. They come to him for advice on all matters, and he has taken over directing the day-to-day running of the colony, having already found ingenious solutions to several pressing problems the colonists have faced. He has dedicated himself to ensuring the success of the colony, and is of the firm opinion that Mars will never be important in this galaxy unless its citizens dedicate themselves to education and knowledge. Although clearly useful, local authorities have raised concerns that Kai Lin's philosophies don't correspond entirely with those of the Systems Alliance, and he could therefore lead the colonists astray. I mean, we're not arresting him for being smart. Tolerate him. Honestly. Hello there! Is that a Gaia world I see? Well then. I think I found our first colony world. Or never mind. Enigmatic readings surround the planet, as though the entire planet is wavering in and out of existence. Oh, it's the shrouded world. Oh, you got my hopes up for a minute. Damn you. I don't expect to do that. We're receiving a recorded distress call from a Systems Alliance ship somewhere outside our space. Let's hear it.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Cargo's communications failing. life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Voice acting, I'll take that. Log their coordinates. Where are they? Track on map. Go to, it's... Bloody hell! How the hell did they get out there? We need a mass relay to get up there. Christ. Well, it's not timed, so I guess we can do that anytime, but god damn, how the hell did that ship get all the way into the Attican Traverse? Christ. Oh, and look at this. Martian ruins. It is soon clear that whoever built this facility, it wasn't humans. Scans of the structure reveal it to be constructed out of an advanced metal composite, and to be in excess of 50,000 years old. Go figure. Based on the size and ergonomics of the ladder and the shaft the team were descending, the aliens who built this facility were physiologically similar to humans, being a bipedal species with 2 arms around the same height as the average human. This wouldn't come as much of a surprise to many xenoscientists on Earth, as it had been theorized for quite some time that human physiology is a logical evolution of an advanced species. So it makes sense that any comparable alien species would evolve in a similar way. Arriving at the bottom of the shaft, the team shine their flashlights around the intersection of dark corridors. Based on multiple options for a route to take, Captain Juhu makes a decision to take the right-hand corridor. Scans indicate it leads to a previously detected energy source. Come on, finish it up. We need ourselves a mass relay. A new tech. Level 2 armor. Very nice. A Corvette hull point. Science. Standardize. Let's go for standardize, shall we? And into ship designer. Upgrade all of our armor to level 2. Save. Save. Defense platform U as well. You apparently already have it by default, fair enough. Do it for 80. Go. And we have our first faction, the Citizens of Freedom Convention. Equality and Justice. Oh, we have others as well. So, the Silver Guard, they're the militarist, they're 50%. Xenophile has no purges, new contact, 25%. Egalitarian, 75%. And we have ourselves a new tradition, finishing off Discovery. First Ascension perk, so technological ascendancy, research speed up. Influence cost down. Monthly unity up, tempting. Admin capacity plus 20%, also tempting. Edict capacity plus 2. Either technological ascendancy or admin capacity. Let's start with admin capacity. That'll help us with our general expansion. I think is more important right now. So on that note, go grab that if you please. And our next bit of tech, food. That is exactly what we needed. Admin capacity plus 5%. We're good on admin capacity for the moment, so let's get some biodiversity. And it appears that brings us to the end of this episode. We are at 22:12. Well, we're going to end at 22:11 December, but went slightly over, but there we go. You know, it's a pretty decent start. We have yet to encounter an alien civilization, though that may very soon change with very soon in the next episode getting what looks like to be the last chapter of the Martian ruins, which will lead us to the Karen relay. And with a mass relay, the whole galaxy will be our oyster. Hopefully we can go see what the hell's going on in the Attican Traverse. Because I still don't know how the hell they got out there. But in lieu of that, we're going to continue expanding out, looking for a colony world we can nab. One that's not phasing in and out of existence. Damn you, Karazit. You've blueballed me big time. And see how long it takes to encounter the Turians and maybe avoid the first contact war this time. I suppose we'll see. So until then, thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.